Good morning, everybody. So glad to have you here today. Wrapping up, coming to the conclusion of another week. And thank you for being here. If you will, again, like, share, comment on the post, and then we will jump into one verse. And we're going to look at it, and someone may say I'm taking a little bit of liberty with what it says, but I think we can. I think it's okay to go down the road that I am wanting to head down with this passage. Verse 28 says, "And they remained no little time with the disciples." I don't know how long is in a no little time. That's like when somebody says they want to leave early. For some people, early is 6 o'clock in the morning. For some people, early is 9 o'clock in the morning. Some people, early may be 3 o'clock in the morning. So I don't know how long they stayed. No little time. But as we look at that, one of the things that most people most writers, scholars who talk about this verse and think about it is that most likely at this point Paul was probably not doing very well. He was probably beaten up, probably sick, sore. He's been through a lot. He has been through some stonings. He has been abused. He's been locked up. He's traveled many miles. And so Antioch was a place where he could go and get a break. He could go and rest. And so that one little verse shouldn't come as too big a shock to us when we read it and see that I think Paul just decided we're going to take a break. We're going to rest and recuperate here in Antioch. Farrar writes in his book, commenting on this, on the life and work of Paul. He has these words to say about the church at Antioch. He says, Jewish and Gentile converts were living side by side at Antioch, waiving the differences of view and habit which sprang from their previous training. They united heart and soul in bounds of common love for their common Lord. Had they entered into doubtful disputations, they would have soon found themselves face to face with problems difficult to solve. They preferred to dwell only on those infinite and spiritual privileges which regarded them as equal. What a beautiful picture of the church as a place of I believe the military calls it R&R, rest and recuperation. Antioch was a resting place there in that area. They found a place where they could take a break, where they could get relaxed, get their own spirits recharged, and get ready to go back into the gospel, proclaiming the word on their journeys. And so I want to bring two questions to us to consider. First of all, are we wise enough ourselves to take care of our own physical needs? Are we cautious and careful, not lazy, but being sure to take care of the temple that God has given us, the temple that the Spirit dwells in? That's our responsibility. I can almost assure you that if you don't take care of yourself, nobody else will. But then an even bigger question for me, is that the kind of church, is that the kind of believers that we are? Are we the kind of believers, are we providing the kind of church, the safe space where those that are wounded, those that have been kicked and they're down and out, where they can come in and they can be revived, where they can be, where they feel safe, where they feel refreshed, where they can get their spirits fed, that's we need to strive to make our churches those kind of safe havens, those kinds of oasis in the desert. All of us know life is hard. People, we have, there's family problems and job problems and health problems and all those things. And the church needs to be a place where we can come in and be refreshed. We can come in and leave our worries and troubles at the door and just enjoy the fellowship, the friendship of other believers, and leave with a fresh charge on our batteries. That's a big challenge for the church today. We all have heard stories, we hear too often, of churches divided and fighting and arguing and bickering inside the church. We need to strive to keep that stuff out and be a place of rest like Antioch was for Paul. All right, you think about that. Have a great day. We'll see you here tomorrow morning.